Molly Scott-Cato, Green MEP for the South West. A big fall in charges, roaming charges, the price of using your mobile phone abroad when you're on holiday, for example. How significant is it that those prices are coming down?
Well, I think we've all been in the situation where you go abroad for a holiday and when you come home you get a nasty shock when you get your mobile bill. And actually that happened to me recently because obviously I've been spending a lot of time in Brussels. So it's actually going to make a big difference to people that there's now a control on the amount they have to spend when they're abroad.
And in fact, amongst these reductions in charges, data roaming is coming down significantly, more than half the new price, more than half what it is at the moment. I suppose people using the internet and email and that kind of thing more and more, as well as phone calls.
That's right, and I think people get in the habit of using their phone and actually rely on it, and so they don't always notice the cost of that. And Greens in the European Parliament have been working really hard to have the data roaming charges reduced, and we haven't managed to achieve the reductions we wanted, but we're still pleased that there have been significant reductions.
Do you think this will see an end, or is seeing already perhaps, an end to those shocks that you're talking about? You mentioned that you've already getting a shock from your bill from being in Brussels.
Well, I think people actually rely so much on their mobiles now that they can't actually change their lifestyle just because they've gone abroad to work or on holiday. So hopefully we will see the beginnings now of a continuous reduction in roaming charges until they reach zero, so that you're paying the same in all countries of the EU.
It has been something that the mobile phone companies could have done themselves. They could have introduced lower prices. What do you make of the fact that it's been European law was necessary in order to have these price caps, these lower prices?
Well, as Greens, one of the things we do value about the European Union is that it gives us, as citizens of Europe, some power over corporations and their sharp practices. And I think the reduction in roaming charges does demonstrate how the European Parliament can work to reduce the charges and to give people some power against the corporations that actually have a very big part in their lives.
Ultimately, would you like to see roaming charges scrapped altogether? That's something that some people are calling for. It's not quite law yet, but it may well be in the next few years.
Yes, we think that if there's a single market, then you should pay the same for your telecoms across that market. And if there's a justification in terms of the need to install extra infrastructure, then you could justify a higher charge. But usually it's just the fact that the telecommunications company has the power to increase the charge and therefore increase its profits, and we think that is wrong.